So better we avoid, and we don't put the people name which are very high-fi people, very big researcher, you know. When you send, you have no time to review your paper, you know. So unnecessary, your paper will go longer. So this is a very good chance they given to you. So always try to put the reviewer name which is very good friend of you. And that one, very good friend of you, because this is a chance, because it's lucky. If you are luck, as I say, 10% is the chance to go to the reviewer which you suggested. 90% chance they don't send. So you have to this chance. If you are lucky, it go to your reviewer. And but if you are unlucky, even your one reviewer is your, other two is another reviewer. He write against your paper, so you don't get it done. So this is the one form, but this is one of the good opportunity for you to suggest the name of the reviewer. So what we require to do, we have to what call the prepare the list of the reviewer. Well, when the time come to write online system, you don't searching. You must have to make one page. There you write the what we write. They want the name of the reviewer, email ID, and institution. Only three things they want. And some of the journal like Carbohydrate Polymer, they ask why you put this reviewer. They are asking that why you are putting this. One of my friends says, say that he is your friend, and he said maybe he is in your next door to you. And that, but this is scientifically we don't write. Understand? So we have to write that this guy is expert in this area. He have the many publications in this related work. So I assume that this guy is the right reviewer for this journal. Compulsion, understand? Like carbohydrate polymers, until you don't write the reason, they don't accept. But most of them is not compulsion. If you are no required to write the reason. If you write reason, it's okay, but there is no compulsion. So you saw that before going to that, we have to prepare a covering letter. And that we require to prepare a covering letter. In that, the covering letter, we have to write an editor-in-chief of that journal. So then, like for example, we submit this paper to construction and building material. We write, dear editor, I am resubmitting the review articles. This one, excellent review and manuscript have been published, because this is writing for the review article. So this is, we are going to write journal research paper. If you write simply just I am submitting, a little bit you give, it's okay. But review article, we require to give the detail to him, because it's the major issue for them to consider your paper, especially where they are not invited review. When you are submitting this journal, there is no invited review. You are directly submitting the review article. So better for you to writing this, excellent review and manuscript have been published on the use of polymer composite fiber in material, but to date, no update review is available to cover the dynamic mechanical properties of natural fiber polymer composites. And then we say this review therefore is intended to together accumulate the knowledge and review the trend of some pertinent finding on this subject. The emphasis would be on the dynamic mechanical property of natural fiber composite and hybrid composite, as well as that much work should be done to clarify, cover this aspect. With extensive research being undertaken by various research groups on the subject, we believe this paper would receive very high citation. We confirm that the present manuscript has not been published elsewhere and this has not been submitted simultaneously for publication anywhere, because this we require the covering letters. So all these things you have to ready before submission. For the time of submission, you are not going to write a covering letter. So you must have a copy of covering letter. Then you have all the figures, like I make for the according to the Elsevier, so I just put in the Word format. But if you want to submit in the Villa and all these things, you have to require to make the individual figure in TIFF file. And as I say, like for example, the what we call in the In the Elsevier's, they don't want vertical line. They don't want vertical line. They only want a horizontal line. So you have to require to make the table in this format, because you are not going to at the time of submit to do all these things. This must be, all these things have ready before submission. Then we have, like for example, the suggested reviewer. So like for example, I make the pool of the people. Like first reviewer is one of my friend while I'm working in UTM. He is also visiting professor from the Turkey. But what happened that recently one of our paper go to him, he declined to review. Why? Because he said, no, I don't, because some of the reviewer invitation when it comes, they don't write the name. They only write the abstract only. They give in the email abstract. They don't give the name of the authors in the abstract. So you require to look in the, what we call the, go to the system and then they look. So I forget to inform him that I am putting you as a reviewer. So when I saw my paper is under review, I email him. I say, are you get any paper from construction and building material? He says, sorry, brother, I am extremely sorry. I get the invitation, but I reject to review because I don't know this is your paper. So please from next time when you submit my name, please inform me. Another, so sometimes we require to, if we are putting our friend name, so we make them aware also that I am putting your name. So after doing this thing, next time always I do inform to the people that if in case I'm lucky, they go to the paper to them, so they review my paper. So like for example, I always put 5-6 people name ready. And another thing required, some of the journal, they want the people from different geographical area. They say I want one from Europe, one I want from the Asia. So this is also sometimes very tough for us to find out the people from the different area. So we have the friend from the Saudi, we have the friend from the, so nowadays I make different geographical, like I have the friend from Tunisia and Morocco, they come into African. And they want African continent, so I put their name. When they want from Asia, I put their name. Then they want from the US, I have one friend in US, we put their name. So we have to make the pool of the people who is around the world, who is in our known field. Because why we do? Because sometimes they also put my name, so I review for him. Sometimes we write, like for example, recently I get invitation from Singapore. They say, is it possible you write the about this book? So then I realized whose book. Then I saw one of my friend from US, he put my name to write a review for his book. Then they say, okay, if you write the small, I will give the complimentary copy of the book to you free. And then when the book will publish, in backside written that you write this thing on this book. So we have to, because we have the research community, like some of the like construction and building material, they say, when you submit, they have the one another agreement. They say, I will put your paper for review if you are ready to review the paper. This is the first time I saw this journal. They're making the complimentary from you. They say you are ready to review the paper. I say it's okay. So when I submit my paper, after 1 week I get one paper from construction and building material to review. So these are the something, because they know that research community, because the reviewer job is not a paid job, it's a free job. So most of the people, they accept your paper. The paper delay not due to the journal. Most of the time paper delay due to reviewer. Because the most of the journal, they give maximum 1 month for review, maximum. I did not receive any invitation until now which give more than 1 month. No journal have give to more than 1 month. What is going to happen? They give to you to review, you decline. Then they go to the second reviewer, they accept, but they don't review. Then they go to the third reviewer, like one of our PhD students, he submit the paper in 24th November, still under review. December, January, February, March, April, May, almost more than 6 months. So what is happening? The reviewer, he take it, they don't review, So this is the problem. So because of that, they are thinking to pay the reviewer because it's a free job, but still it's difficult for them to analyze in that much. So like for example, personally, when I accept the paper to review, I review and try to send the reviewer comment on time. Otherwise, I just decline. I don't want to review. Because unnecessary, why we take the burden of something which are not paid, and unnecessary that people have delayed due to me. So, but most of the reviewers are doing that, they accept, but they don't review. So because of that, your paper have taken a longer time. So you required to make a pool of the reviewer for your paper. And some of the journal, especially in Elseviers, nowadays they are wanting the highlights of your paper. And highlights have very hard restriction. They what we call, they say must be 85 character. 85 character including the space. So that time you have very difficult to write because you require to summarize your finding in the only 85 character. So this is some of the journal is so that case you have to write that type of highlight which will very suit to your work. So while they look your highlight, they understand what is in this paper. So like for example, we try to write DMA is one of the most powerful tool to study the behavior of polymer composite. DMA study will help utilization of natural fiber composite in construction field. Natural fibers composite can be used for replacing steel, wood and concrete. So we took the introduction, we take the utilization in different aspects because it's a review paper. But you must have to very concise while writing a highlight. Highlight is also like a abstract. So people will look what is the highlight, or they apply I think 5. They allow to write 5, maximum 5, 3 to 5, 3 must. Less than 3 they don't accept. So when your everything is ready, I don't know how the internet speed will support. Speed is very slow, you know. I don't think we are able to do. Okay, so like for example, simply we choose the general material design. Trying to open it. Next time we require to speed up the internet speed. Think we are going to successful with this speed. Very slow speed. No problem. Tomorrow we will try to do it. This one the speed, because it's already 4:30, so I don't think that it's possible to